And what is going on, everybody? Welcome to FTG Live Series number 8 on Lawfolds. I'd like to welcome my buddy Shadow51613, or you guys may know him as Mario from the YouTube chat. So, what is going on, Mario?
Hey everybody, what's going on?
Welcome. So he's going to jump on here and help me out some today. So I'm excited to have some help on the farm today. He's helped us out with some stuff over at Chillington before. Just a couple of little quickies right off the bat. We are in update 1.4. So we are rolling with everything new updates. We are also rolling with all of the new mods, crop destruction, tire dirt, and the other ground response mods. So we've got those all rolling. I think, like I said last night, this is, if you didn't catch it last night, this is the first one. This is my original map that I had before. So we're actually continuing on with that. There was only one little graphic issue. Fixed that yesterday, so we're still continuing on the same map. I've changed some equipment around. I've sold off a few things and decided to buy this big old honker just because I wanted to and I could. So I think what we'll do here is here in just a minute we'll get this back down to the farm. We've got lots of stuff to do. We've got possibility of getting cows going today, depending on how much we can get done in an hour and a half, or whatever, however long we're able to do this. So we'll be able to do that. So we got seeding, cultivating, all the good old farm stuff, and we've got quite a bit of it, and some bale making. But we're not gonna be stacking all the stuff. It's all pretty easy with the Artisan auto stack and the new baler pack from Black Sheep Modding. Not too much in the way of mods. I think a 4 point something meter cultivator came out for Black Sheep Mod today. Old Stream got an update as well. I think it was maybe yesterday. Maybe it was this morning. So I can't remember. It seems like between the DLC announcement yesterday and then all this stuff going in today, just kind of all meshed together as one big day. So welcome everybody. Welcome Chuck, Thomas, and obviously Mr. Mario is with me. Thomas, Brandon, Scott, what's going on, buddy? Nick, welcome, and Manuel and Ben, what's going on? And Steve Benson. Hope you guys are good. So let's go ahead and get cranking. I am just going to hop up in the tractor and we'll just let Mario take off with this beast behind me. So whenever you are ready, my friend. We did turn traffic off, so no need to worry. Obviously, this tractor would never make it down these old skinny roads. I did have the Field Viper. I found out yesterday that it was entirely too, really it was just entirely too small with the ground response mod. It was extremely touchy. So I just decided today, thing had 6-7 hours on it. I was like, let's sell it. And then I used the money that I'd sold a bunch of soy and canola today. I offloaded like 100,000 pounds of it, so that pretty much jumped me up into the 600-700s, and then I was able to buy this beauty. This is actually my first legit Challenger 900 MT900 purchase of my Farm Sim 17 career, so this is actually a little bit of a miniature exciting moment. Yeah. Yep, Mario Chuck said hey. What is up, Steve? This already looks like a failed night.
What's up, Chuck?
Be on the blue low boy. I would put it on the blue low boy, Scott, but the low boy will not clear these humps right here that we're going over right now. There's enough of a crest in the road at this next hill that the low boy gets caught on it every single time. So that's why I'm on this one, because it actually gives me enough clearance to get up over the hill right here. That the low boy won't do it. What's up, Jules? Welcome. There we go. Squeezing it in.
Yep, that's what she said.
Oh man, I was just putting my hands on my head. I was like, oh man, I just walked into that one.
Yep. Where do you want it? In the by the cows or the?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and hang a left here. Thoughts on those Giants updates? All right. So I like the 4-reel modules. The crop destruction is pretty cool. I love the ground response. The tire dirt I could do either or with. That one's more of just an eye candy. But I do really like the ground response. This is the first time I've seen it in wet conditions, and I was messing around with it earlier. It's slippery. It's sliding around. So I actually really would like that. As for the updates, I have not really gotten to see. I've seen the huge change log that they have updated on Farm Sim on the forums, and it is huge. So I'm thinking some of that is what they did in 1.2, 1.3, and then now we're in update 1.4. The one thing that I do actually really like, and it's just a little, is when you actually get in and do the automatic start, your engine actually spools up from the cold all the way to the on position instead of just jumping right in before. You would start the engine and it automatically would hit the idle and the engine crank sound would start underneath it. Now all that's gone and it works like it should. So it's pretty good. Lost everything on old stream. Eesh. Yikes. Yeah, I didn't even jump on old stream. I was just like, I'm just going to continue Lawfolds and I'm just going to do that and enjoy it. I know they did some. They just did a lot of stuff. I would have to go back and pull it up to go through all the things they did. I know it was a ton of updates though. A lot of it was the vehicle updates. There was, actual functionality updates. There was graphic updates. There was physics engine updates. I mean, so much stuff. And multi-platform. I mean, there was a bunch of stuff in this last update. But I'm just now kind of just barely starting to see some of the things that you see just, in your mind's eye when you're looking at the game every single day. You see some of these things. Wish you could take a stupid black screen down because it's so totally in my way and it doesn't do anything. Yes, I did buy the Challenger baler. That's only because I had 2 Challenger tractors. You'll notice just on the surface of now this mod kind of adds this weird kind of black dirty texture that comes up. I would just assume that go away, but you can definitely tell the tires are definitely sinking into the ground a lot more, into the mesh. You can just tell it's. I mean, the traction's pretty much there. There's not really. There you go. There's a little bit of slippery and slidiness there right here in the rain when it straightens out. There it goes. It's almost like a little small drift, and you see the tire dirt kick in. The cool thing that sorry for the PC guys where y'all like, oh my god, it's ridiculous, man. But for us, this is like, oh my god, somebody's just gifted us with the Taj Mahal for 5-night stay. If you drove in the grass, then you can see it. The treads, just like in real life, are clean on the tire, but the inside is dirty. And this one, the whole tire is dirty. So, I mean, I think that kind of stuff is cool. It adds to the game. It doesn't really extend it in any way, but it does add it too. And going to have to use, narrow tires. Yes. So you're saying, Scott, the building on old stream where my cedars and stuff was, all that's gone now? Yeah, Chuck, I had 46 on old stream. And you talking, Jules? You talking about in relation to me and what I was talking about the update, or are you talking about with Chuck talking about the update on old stream? Hey, what's going on, Elliot? PS4. I think what Rainbow Dave had a rant. Well, if you don't say that about mine, you'll get a Rainbow Dave saying like, "Yeah, man, FTG had a freaking rant last night. It was pretty stupid." If y'all don't say that. You know what? I should have just left that where it was. Old stream, new change. Oh yeah, Elliot, there's a lot of Xbox guys in here, so yeah, there's a lot in here, so if you definitely want to add up, there's plenty of guys on here that you know, actively playing Xbox with Farm Sim. Yeah, me and Chuck played old streams pretty good. We really enjoyed that one. That was a good map. I mean, it was well laid out, it's small. It gives you a chance to use all the small stuff. Now I could say the Coon DLC would be perfect for a map like Old Stream where you could use all that small stuff. All right, let's see where. Okay, you're down by the sheep. All right, I'm gonna start rolling some of this stuff down to 33. We'll just start at the bottom and work our way up once we do some bale in there. If that's alright with you, Mario. Wealthy, no. I believe Jules is on PC. We've actually got quite a few PC guys. They're just not in here. There's quite a few on here. Let's see. So now I've got to locate most of my stuff. I don't exactly know where all of it is. It's like all I've done is harvest and run the whatchamacallit, the auger wagon. Alright, we'll leave that there. And let's go find my cultivator. I think Mario must have had to go somewhere or do something because he didn't answer, so I think he just snuck over there to the well, there he is on the edge of 34. You there, Mario?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
No, there he is.
That. My mic was on mute.
Oh, that's alright, man. Yeah, Chuck was just asking what corner I put you in.
Oh.
Alright,
I'm waiting for the rain to stop, I guess, so I can
Oh yeah.
harvest.
Yeah, it should start. It should stop here somewhere right around the noon hour. Let's see. I guess I can go bring. All right, I'll bring the baler down.
$34.
Stupid word things to do. Yeah, well, I'm gonna bring baler down there. Yep, and I guess whenever we get that last bit down, we'll move. We'll bring all that stuff back up. We'll bring we'll bring the harvester, we'll bring the trailer, we'll bring all that stuff back up.
All right.
Because we'll pretty much be done for that for a while anyway. We can do all the rest of that without all of that in the way. I was a little bit hard on these balers. I'm gonna give them another whirl. They're not the cream of the crop quality wise, but they're at least Challenger and they match my tractor, so you know. Gotta. Hey, what's going on, Jordan? Yeah, he's got that Elliot because he's got moderator status. So you get a lot of people coming here self promoting their channel and not plugging into what's going on, and you know, he can time them out, delete their messages, and junk them out if we have to. I get tired of dealing with it.
That's cool.
Yeah. I would have more, but most of the time I don't ever need more. Doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
Hey, the rain has stopped.
It won't let me do it still.
How's it still staying? It's can't thrash in the rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'll it must just not updated. I actually got time kind of slow. I've actually found on this map it's almost better, especially working by yourself. It works better to do five times. And now, granted, if you've got, you know, like me and you, we could probably get away with 15 times and be just fine.
Yeah.
Let me speed it up just a hair. See if it'll let you. Need thoughts on horse sower versus Novka? So I'm assuming you're talking about the big one. I think it's the only horse one we have. Well, which one we got two? Pronto or the Maestro?
All right.
Pronto. I personally like the Pronto just because it cultivates, seeds, and fertilizes all in one swipe, and it's 9 meters, so it's kind of hard to complain with 9 meters. I have not seen the new pickup truck update. Word. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and unfold that out. Oh, it's got straps. Yeah, I do remember hearing about that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, good for them for putting that in there. I know some guys were using that thing to, you know, to haul seeds and fertilizer, and yeah, it's cool. I did remember hearing about that, but yeah, I have not. I don't normally ever use pickup trucks. That's usually one of the first things I sell, just because I can get anywhere with a, you know, with the tractor. So I normally don't ever worry with it. Yeah, you can really tell it's ground response, man. It's I mean, it's taking that little baler, man. It's putting it through the ringer. Might have to get something different because this thing has a terrible turn radius here. If it'll barely get over, there it goes.
Which one is it?
I've got the case Magnum on it.
Oh.
To me, it's getting the job done. It's just. Yeah, no, the thing doesn't have much of a definitely doesn't have much of a capacity to keep the front end even with the engine. Usually 2 pallets you can pull the wheelie up even on the old one. The new one, it's even worse. Just about can't drive it anywhere. Did you get all done up there, Mario?
Yeah, it's done, man.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead. I'll pull the yeah, you empty that. I'll just follow you back up the farm.
Alright.
Then we'll bring this back down and use it. Are dual wheels going to destroy when sewing? No, because yeah, there won't be any. Yeah, Scott. That's just what happens, man. They just leech on to the what's popular and try to suck some blood off of one particular guy, and yeah, it's just what they do. Are dual wheels going to destroy crops? Yeah, I don't think it's not gonna matter. I've done dual wheels. Now the only thing you got to worry about is when you're running beside your harvester and picking it up. So it depends on how you pick up. If you start, I'm trying to think about this. I tell you right. If you start, depending on how long you just got to make sure that you pick up when the pipe is to the outside, to the I guess you'd call it the already harvested side. So if you always pick up on that, you really don't have to worry about crop destruction. But if you do have dual wheels running through a crop, then it will blaze out both of a speed. Now the narrow tires still will delete some, but it deletes a very small, minute amount. No, it will not delete it after the first phase. So after the first phase is when that's when it deletes it. Let's see. You know what? If you wanted to, Mario, you can pull it over there somewhere around field 27. Anywhere on the outside will be just fine, because that's where it's going next.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make you back that back that trailer up. What the heck am I doing? All right, here we go. Yeah, I mean, it's something to think about when you get them on. I know, we were talking about it earlier, and one of the biggest maps to take shortcuts on was Shellington. We're like, yep, no more shortcuts on Shellington. Come on, camera, there we go. I am 34, Elliot. I'm like what they call a seasoned professional. Alright, let's see. I'll dump this over and I'll pick up the auto stack. Uh-oh. Once I get it hung off the building here. There we go. What's it? There we go. It's fine, man. I don't discriminate on age. We've got some other young guys in here as well. It don't matter to me. Bill number, yeah, it was pretty good. Usually stream for a couple hours, so maybe sometime around 1 I'll be wrapping up, depending on how much work we get done. Somewhere around there. Usually every night. Had the John Deere, man. You're gonna have to cut it out with the John Deere. Oh, it's a nice little obnoxious sound with this thing. I haven't used this thing, man. I couldn't tell you the last time I used this. So I'm curious, you guys and ladies out in chat, what is there anything update wise that has that's jumped out at you guys that I didn't mention besides the 4-wheel modules? And you can say I love the ground response or I love the tire dirt. I mean, I'm just kind of curious what you guys think about it, at least so far as what you've gotten into it. I mean, I know there's a lot of under the hood stuff, so I have to be careful not to, you know, oh, well, there's nothing in it, because there is a lot of stuff, and a lot of the fixes and will be things that we probably won't even notice unless we're actually testing for them. So I don't like the small tractors. Yeah, I don't know. See, I've only been on Lawfolds, so I don't know how the small tractors react to them. Let's see, how many is this? 10. Let's see, I think I'll just stack 12, and then I'll... and we'll grab 12 up here. Yeah, it is, Steve. I'll second on that one. It is hard sometimes. I looked last night and it had been 2.5 hours. I was like, what? I was like, no way we were sitting for 2.5 hours. I'm like, yeah, well, I guess we did. All right, let's see. There you go, Mari. If you want to switch with me, I'll use this. You can get rid of that one tractor you're in the case if you want to.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Jamie? A new face, so welcome in. Yeah, I would love to hire a worker with the baler, but since I'm on console, it won't allow us to do any kind of work with the balers. We could do workers with grass, windrowing, tethering. I think we can do all that with workers now, but we can't do any balers, so we have to do us all by ourselves. This is so overkill. I don't care.
Hey, you think these track tires or tracks destroy crops too?
They do, yeah.
They do?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Everything, even the narrow tires do, except they just destroy a smaller section of it.
Right. I found out too that you can destroy the field you don't own.
Yeah, yeah, I have seen that. I've
Yeah,
seen you get like a certain amount of space in there that you actually have that you can run over and destroy some stuff.
yeah.
That's the perfect reason, Jules, to not put wheels on because they look crappy. But I get it. I'm a sight guy too, so I like the way things look. I mean, it's just completely overkill, but some reason this big old tractor just looks good pulling 12 stacks. I mean, it's overkill, but it looks good. And I've heard that as well, Nick. Well, I did notice something today that I did not have a problem with before, and that was when I made my basically a circle around the field. I think this was on field 26. I'd made I'd made a drive around that, and then I tried to send the cultivator to start cultivating in between, so that I have room in between the walls and the boundaries, so they wouldn't get jammed up. And they did not like it. They would go all the way down the length, and then they would turn around and come back, and then they would stop like they were finished. So yeah, I'm not sure if something's eventually going to have to be worked on that. My assumption is it depends on when we actually are going to get that, but yeah, I think that's something that's probably going to have to be fixed. If you're here, do you get to be chat moderator? I mean, Chuck's the only one. I mean, we rarely ever have to use it, so. It needs triple wheels. Yes, triple thin tires. That would be great, Ryan. I need some triple narrow tires on this tractor. And I'm not driving around aimlessly. I'm just trying to see if there's a good place I can actually back these in. I know I'll probably think, what the crap's he doing? He's just driving around in a circle. I'm actually looking to see where I can back these things up. I guess I could put them there. I don't know, where do y'all normally put bales on this? Anybody else got Lawfolds going? I mean, it's got all in its storage area, but I want to say that this thing's too tall to pull in underneath the awnings.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say that too.
All these awnings are way too short.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd love to do triple wide, but yeah, we don't have such a thing. Definitely not going to stick them in there, and that's my offload there. Well, looks like they're just going to get stored out some here random. Well, that kind of sucks. Make sure your bales don't start themselves on fire there, FTG. Why would they start themselves on fire? I missed that one. Shoot, dadgummit, I hate this. I like for things to have a place. Things to have a place, and it bugs me when they don't. It really does. You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. Chuck, get up here and get stuck in this big old tractor. I guess it depends on where I stack them. I guess I could stack them in a line and then run them in there. I actually do like doing that, so. Oh, this tractor does have boundaries on the outside tires. Oh, I'm going to be tractor switching then. let's see here. I'll be able to run them in here. Oh, if they're not stacked right. Yeah, I thought you meant I thought you meant in the game. I was like, they're not gonna set on fire in the game. It wasn't part of the update, was it? Alright, well, since I can't pull these under, I actually thought I would pull them in at 12 because that would make them quite so high. But yeah, looks like I'm going to be doing some manual loading and stacking here. So, yep, I believe you're right, Nick. Yeah, it was something we didn't have before, but now we do. So that's fine. I don't really want these things here, but I don't really have a choice. I don't know. We'll see if these things will actually fit under that shed over there. My guess is they won't, but I'm going to give it one more shot. Nope, too tall. Too tall. Yep, too tall. Alright. Dang it. Alright. Yeah, shoot, it's still too tall there. Alright. Alright, well, they'll just have to go there until I can move them. Hey, what's going on, AK? Nothing, man. You looking at it. Just doing some baling. Just trying out some of this big equipment. Console, we've just really not have any of those big maps yet, so this is the first one. Lawfolds is really the first big hunker that we've got to actually use some of this equipment on. The rest of it's all fairly small, so yeah, it's good. How you doing? Dang, there's a lot of bales on this field, dude.
Yep.
We got a 200 limit on console. We got to go sell some of these so we can make some grass bales. Don't give up on your dreams. Keep sleeping. Oh, it's been an FTG joke of the day by James. How are you, James?
You want me to stack them and take them to you while you go put them somewhere else?
Yeah, we could.
Manually?
Yeah, we can do that. Might just go ahead and use your Challenger there.
Alright.
Oh no. Lost all save games and mods. You serious? That sounds like some console level crap right there. And every time we get a map update, we always got to start a new game. We don't have the ability to copy files over like PC does. Oh man. Well, we finally got the 4 reel modules from Giants in, so that was a cool part of our update. The only thing that I want to see if anybody else has had this issue. I had it 3 times already. I can save my game just fine, but then as soon as I save it and I hit triangle on PS4 and exit out, it crashes all the way back to a desktop. Well, not say desktop, but it crashes all the way back to your home main screen. I was curious if anybody else was having that issue, PS4 or Xbox, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter whenever I do it. It does it every single time. Yeah, I like them, AK. I mean, it's the crop destruction. We've never had any of those stuff. So for those of us on console, I mean, all that stuff is completely just new eye candy for us. I do like the ground response. I think it's pretty cool. The tire dirt, it's just total eye candy to me. I mean, I don't matter whether or not the tires get dirty, but yeah, I mean, I like the crop destruction. It makes you drive around everywhere instead of just cutting through the fields free willy nilly. But yeah, I mean, they're good. I mean, we'd never had anything like that. So anything they start adding into the game at this point is, that's good for us. Haven't had that issue yet. Yeah. Can you do some farming? Yeah, Tucker. That's what we're doing. Actually, baling, and I think I'm. You going to run them down there? You want me to? I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and buy a telly, and I'll take that telly down there.
You want 12 or you want me to fill it up?
Yeah, just going to do 12.
12.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with you on that one, AK. Yeah, it's good that they've added a lot of that stuff. I mean, it's been. I don't know why it was never. I don't know why it was never part of the original game. I mean, I've been saying on the channel quite a bit. I mean, all it needed was Giants can do most of all this stuff. It was kind of something that we were talking about last night with the DLC. I mean, it's kind of a little bit ticked at the DLC was just equipment mods that we've already got mods for, and now they're wanting to charge us like $15 for it. So at least in the console arena, there's a very much a love-hate relationship even with the new DLC coming out. So, but I'm glad they did this part of the update. I would love it to see them do more of this for console and update, especially stuff that's not performance limiting. I mean, the consoles, everything's the same, so you can't. I mean, you can strap these systems down with nothing. So I mean, I think the level of optimization for their scripted mods have to be very carefully chosen. But hey, it was a good addition. I'm glad they did it. They needed a little something in there. Ran 1 o'clock ramp mode. I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. I had to turn traffic off so we could get the Challenger back home. Oh man. Well, I mean, for us on console, I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing already. I mean, we've literally got all of the mods. We've got the plow attacher mod. Now, the only thing we don't have is the square bale wrappers. I told him yesterday, told everyone on stream last night, we could have done, they could have done like a $6 square bale wrapper with the other round bale wrapper combo. They could have put that all in like a $6 package and it'd have been awesome, and then released the other as part of a here you go just for being great customers, and man, everyone would have just been jumping over the moon. Take my money now. But they're going to do what they're going to do, so whatever. AJ, I am playing with, well, it's Shadows 51 something over here on PS4, but this is Mario from the YouTube chat. He's been on, helped with some stuff over at Chillington before, so I saw he was on, so I just shot him a message and saw if he wanted to jump on and do a little farming.
And here I am.
Manitou by FTG, I know you want it. Yeah, I got Manitou just because it's got the size that I needed. I'm gonna see if this little bale fork. You can use the manure fork on this. Ironically, I may actually have to do it. I actually thought I was. We'll see if this actually works. This may be a fail episode, but I'm usually pretty good with this. The question is can you get them over there without all three of them shifting and falling back on one another? Oh man, yeah, I heard about that, dude. I had quite a deal down there. Yeah. Yeah, Brandon, that's I usually double cut everything. Typically. Tell you what, let's speed up some time here. Let's get to some daylight. I don't mind working in the dark by myself, but it gets old after a while. What's my favorite FS17 vehicle? Well, I would honestly, I would have to say the T9. That's my favorite. Especially since they added the twin wheels to it. I don't know why. I mean, I actually hate all the other New Holland tractors. I mean, you never see them except for that Blue Power heavy tractor that you'll see over at Coldborough Park. But yeah, all the rest of them, man, I don't know. I just can't stand New Holland in this game. I guess because I played it so much on 15, I'm just sick and tired of it. Man, one hit within 4 miles, it got insane. Yeah, I bet so, man. Up here in North Carolina, we don't have to worry about that. We, you know, the biggest storm events we ever have is snow in the winter. Yeah, we don't handle snow in North Carolina too well, and hurricanes. We haven't had a big major hurricane roll through here in quite some time, but especially the last ones here, they've really hit the coast pretty good. They've got them. A lot of beach damage and all those beach homes and beach erosion, all that other junk that goes along with it. But we haven't really had too much around here since probably, I guess, the early 2000s. We had a couple of really big ones roll through here and did quite a bit of damage.
You can slow down time now.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
If you want.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, man, no problem. But like you said the other day when you came in there, you know, it's helping grow the community and all that other good stuff. So yeah, we'll find there's quite a few PC guys on here as well. We don't really get into much of the PC bashing over here because most of us are aspiring PC guys ourselves, just waiting to get in line to get one. So we can't very well bash what we're going to become. Yeah. Golf, golf, Chuck. Yeah, that's what I. AJ picked up on that. I don't even know if Chuck's in. I don't think Chuck's in chat, honestly. He must have actually had to go do some grown-up stuff. Chuck's at work tonight, so I have to give him a. You have to give me a hard time. Oh yeah, Conway. Yeah, I'm down there by the beach. Yeah, I'm up near Charlotte. Yeah, I'm about 20 minutes out, so not too far. Yeah, just hang on to that as long as you can there, Elliot. You know what? This is just personal preference. I really wish they would find a way to fix these shaky square bales. Ah, I got you. Yeah, well, I'm working on mine. I think Chuck, he's one of our regulars. His is going to be here. What'd you say, Chuck? Well, Chuck may not be here. I think he said the. So what's today? 8th. I think he said the 15th is going to be at his house.
Yeah, I think he said the 15th. Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be. He said he's going to still play PS4. I was like, yeah, no, you're not.
No, he's not.
Like, let's not lie, man. Yeah, so one of these days I'll be up there. It's been good on. It's been good on console. I mean, I would always recommend anybody that's wanting to learn on this stuff. I mean, it's a good safe option, especially to find out if you like it and if you want to do it and want to jump into it. It's just not really. There's not too much on consoles like this. I mean, not in lifestyle sims. I mean, there's that. I think it's professional. What was it? Do you know the other one, Mario? It's like Professional Farm Expert 2017 or something like that.
Yeah, Professional Farmer.
Professional Farmer. That's it. That's it. Professional Farmer
Yeah.
2017. Yeah, and I watched some guys stream that on PC, and they were like, "This is trash."
Yeah.
I knew if it was trash on PC, it was gonna be trash on console. Yep, that's it. Professional Farmer 2017. Goat Simulator. Yeah, you're not the first person that's requested. Yeah, do some Goat Simulator. I really there's some awesome PC mods. I wish they would wish those guys would bring out over here. You know what? I know I'm gonna try this because I've seen this on a. You can take the manure fort for 3 bales. And you can stab the bottom bale and then wrap the top end around the top bale, and it's supposed to keep all 3 bales in line. I'm gonna try that. I'm doing this the hard way. I know I am, but it's a little bit fun and relaxing. Y'all hadn't seen me stack bales in quite a while, so. Yeah. Yeah, what's AKS, you're on PC and stuff. I know I've talked with some of the other guys here on that are in this channel a lot. What you guys thought on cattle and crops? I've seen a lot of their alpha and gameplay and stuff. Looks really intense. Looks a lot better than Farm Sim. Like Farm Sim might get some competition if they ever get the funds to make it happen. Zero mods for it. Well, good for you, man. Hopefully you won't get hurt. Oh, at some point your knees give out. Oh, I sort of missed that. The good news for console people, just read that spin tires will be released. Oh. Let's see. I'm gonna leave us here. I'm gonna go pick up. I'm gonna pick up that. I gotta try that. I gotta see if this manure fork trick actually works. Oh, why is my tractor? What? Okay. All right, and let's we'll pull this back down to the farm. I'll have to drive up there and get it, unfortunately. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's yeah. It depends if this first release for Cal and Crops is if the base game itself is something to really crack or whip at. Yeah, there might be some guys that may switch over. That might be like their secondary game that they go to when things are getting boring on farms, especially after like the first year. If the DLC doesn't get better, I'd like to see them try to maybe start extending the game. I mean, I'd love to see them get into doing some logging. I mean, I say that on at least every third or fourth stream. I'm like, man, we just need some more logging mods. I would straight up do some logging on these maps if we had more than a freaking Scorpion King and a fork on a taking my driving telehandler doesn't even work. We don't even have a modded fork for the telehandler, so we still got to use a tractor with front end loader, or we got to use the big old wheel loader just to do logs now. It sucks. It was better in 15 than it is in 17. It's such a shame. They're going to a dozer. Yeah, I'm not picking up on that. Yeah, I'm only anti New Holland CR1090. I'm only anti that because that's the only one I ever drove around in 15. Pretty much if it was in 15, I do not drive it in 17 just because I spent 2 years driving it on console. So, yeah. I do like the case ones. They're pretty good. I like the one I'm in. I forget which one it is. It's maybe the 7000 series axial flow. I like it just because it's got the double narrow tires up front. It's different. Aha. Alright, we'll see if this trick works. You're too cheap. Well, at least you're honest about it. Man, I can barely keep up with 50 pigs, man, much less keep up with 100 or 1,000. I don't even know if console might even have limits on that stuff. I have no idea. I know it's hard keeping up with the corn on that. It probably wouldn't be very hard on this map. You could probably do some serious animal abuse on this map. Some of them other ones. I know at Old Stream I'm only carrying a small number of cows, small number of decent number of sheep. Sheep are a lot easier because you just dump grass in there. But yeah, pigs they take a lot more, especially on like an Old Stream. It's a challenge if you're not modding money in. You got to have those crops.
Yeah, I use pallets on Old Stream. The pallet foods.
Yep.
fields are just too small to
Yeah.
keep growing corn and stuff.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, more games are doing that nowadays. You know, all your other standards. You know, you just think about how long Battlefield, all the good games, and how long Battlefield was around. Battlefield 4. And even Call of Duty. The only reason Call of Duty comes up is because you get Black Ops in that half year, and then they switch developers, so they get a new distribution and development company to come in there and build the next Call of Duty. So that's the only reason it seems like you're getting it once every year, but you're only getting it once every 2 because they release Black Ops. So I mean, most games nowadays they don't release them unless they're sports games, and most of them don't change between year to year.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if this works. I bet it doesn't. I'm not gonna be mad. It was a good idea. Oh snap! What? Yeah. Man, it actually works pretty doggone good. Thanks, Jules. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, AK's got it right there. They got to get that mobile money. Got to get that app store. Got to get all that crap going. I mean, obviously their company model. Obviously they make money with it. They wouldn't keep doing it. I guess you might. Let's see if I guess you can push them around with this. Yeah, that's not too bad there. I'll take that. Man, you do everything in this game with the stinking manure fork. It's gotta watch that top one there. What's up, Chuck? Yep, and they just released their mobile lineup for 18 as well. Jamie, I saw that. You see that on FarmSim.com. They've got it all laid out there, all nice and pretty already. My dadgummit, man, freaking February of 2017, and they're already talking mobile release dates for 18. I'm like, really? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, whew. Hey, what's going on, Nevik? Because it's how you say that name. Glad it's an interesting stream. That's what I was going for. There we go. Yeah, some people even call it sucking for console, so you can imagine what it does on mobile. Alright, how many more trips you got, Mario?
Maybe 2.
Really? Alright,
Yeah.
tell you what, let's take those 2 and let's sell them off. Well, I don't guess it. Well, let me see. Let me figure out how much I got here, because we only got a 200 bale limit on. Oh, I can look in here. That's right. They updated that. Well, somewhere in here they did.
You can see how many bales you have.
Mm-hmm. Well, where is it? Is it seriously gone? Sure is. Yeah, we got a bale limit on consoles, 200. So you got to be careful, especially doing these big fields, and you want to do big animals. It's hard to do big animals because, if they're taking if they're taking a ton of feed, I mean, it's really hard to stockpile. It'll basically get you to your limit. When you hit 200, it'll tell you that you got to go sell. You got to go sell everything. You got to go sell the ones and make room for the new ones. It used to be in 15, the ones that you created first would just disappear. I mean, in thin air. So you'd go back to your stack and it looked like somebody played Jenga with them. And there'd be bales missing everywhere out of them. And as soon as you'd walk up to them, they'd all fall down to the ground. Yep. Yeah, same with trees. Now, trees are hitting the limit on console. You can cut down all the trees you want to, but yeah, eventually the frame rate will drop so much where you can't. I think Chuck figured out yesterday, the day before, he figured out that you had a limit on on solar panels in the field. Yeah, no, not on the prices. It's the other sheet, and I guess, yeah, it must be. It's got to be all if it's multiplayer. I guess you can't check that. I guess you can't check that on console until you're in career mode. I guess you can't check that in multiplayer, which I don't really understand the logic on that, but it's normally there. It's just not there right now. Yeah. Well, it's like most of the problems within console versus PC when it comes to these, especially the big maps. Like there's been a lot of debate over that Rattlesnake Valley that just released out, and that other 4X app, the Kleinhau. It's never going to come to console just because it's got too many objects on it. It's too many trees. I doubt the Pacific Inlet from FDR comes to console just because of the trees. I mean, you can even tell in this when you get near those trees that are over on, I guess to the right side of 34. Whenever you get down there, you can even see on the console the frame rate drops, and it gets a little bit more jittery down there. So, and it doesn't even have a lot of trees in it, so I couldn't imagine a whole entire map full of trees. It would just shut it down. I think a lot of those, limitations. I mean, I get it. There's not much else they can do with it. I mean, these consoles. I mean, I forget when these Xbox One and PlayStation came out with these, but I mean, I think they're equivalent to the 512 megabyte cards, and now you've got guys delivering graphics on 8 gigabyte cards, ultra realistic. So I mean, yeah, it's not gonna happen. He would never put it out for us. That was getting a little. Actually, in FDR's in their defense, they did try. They tried putting all their logging stuff. They tried releasing every bit of that to console, and Giants rejected every bit of it. And they said it wasn't even their it was basically quality graphics texture. It wasn't errors, it wasn't animations, it wasn't how the stuff performed. It was just simply just quality. That's all they said. Lego Hellbell Blocks is right, man. Yeah, that's that Pacific Inlet, and they said that it was there was I know someone on the forums, I don't know who it was, but they said that it was under testing and that was being considered for release on console. And I mean, I would think the only reason that it would be is if it didn't completely bring our consoles down to a complete shutter, which I don't. Like I said, I mean, this tree area over here on this map makes mine frame rate drop just a tad. I mean, you can tell when all those trees are in the viewpoint, especially when they're the FS17 trees. The FS15 trees, like you see on Sosnovka, those you could probably get away with them. They don't give me a problem at all. But these FS17 trees do, big time. My PC is $800. Xbox runs better every time. Well, it depends on your depends on what you got in your PC. If you've got good components in there, it'll run it fine. But if you're missing a few things, you've got low RAM memory, you're missing something else. I mean, yeah, it's maybe missing one thing or updated drivers. I mean, it could be a litany of things why you got low frame rates or you're not running this great on the PC. And hey, what's up, Tractor Man? Good to see you, buddy. Hadn't seen you in quite a while. At least a couple days, anyway. Yeah, you get the right components together, you can get a good system. Especially for farm sim. Farm sim's not as demanding as people think. It's not like some of the other ones. They get really demanding with the engines and the graphics and the amount of draw distance that needs to happen with them. A lot of those flight sims and stuff, they get into some really serious requirements, and farm sim's not too bad. If that's your thing, like Euro Truck, all that stuff, you can get away with a pretty good, solid, middle-of-the-road PC on those and be doing actually pretty well with it. Oh yeah. Oh, what's his name? Chuck. You were telling me about the guy with Saginaw. Yeah, you were telling me about that, about him wanting subs for his map to release it. Dang, maybe that's what I need to do. I just go create some kind of a crazy map or something everybody wants, and I'll get my subs in. I'll make a deal with you guys. I'll get T-shirts made if y'all promise to buy them and sub. Yeah, the Coon DLC. I wasn't too impressed with that one, Tractor Man. I'll be honest with you. It's a novel idea, but yeah. Oh, just a little, almost ready for my 12:30 rant. Only about 45 minutes. Well, I mean, I'll go till people aren't talking anymore. If there's still people chatting and still got work to do, man, I'll still crank it out. I'm just gonna have to leave those where they're at. I'm not gonna worry with it. What you up to, Mario? What you doing?
I'm over here putting the wool pallets on the.
Oh yeah. Let's see if them suckers are, cause you might could go sell those. Yeah, throw them jokers up, go sell them, man. Them things are up. Them things are up at 10,000 right now.
I had them at 12 in mine earlier.
Yeah, I've seen it up there a couple of times. I wish more guys on their maps would adjust their prices like they did on this one.
Yeah.
Feels a little more legit. Don't have to spend quite so many hours on them.
Especially old stream, right?
Yes.
That'll be awesome.
Thank you, Tractor. Yeah. I figure you get a kick out of this. I'm ironically using a manure fork to stack my 3-bale set. Favorite 300 plus horsepower tractor? Let me look. That's a tough one. Well, it depends. You talking about just the medium, like up until the Optum? Because that one's like 313, and then after that it goes into the bigger guys. If you're just saying like the T7 Optum and the Terrace and the Fast Track. Oh, I saw your channel, Elliot. You got a nice little, cute little link up there for your girlfriend's page. I saw that. I was like, oh, young love. I don't be hating on the old stream, Scott. You know I like that map. I've just enjoyed. I've enjoyed Lawfolds just because I get to use equipment I don't normally get to use. Of course, they'd say the same thing about Old Stream, honestly, because I never use any of that 3 and 4 meter stuff anyway. Yeah, I looked you up. I normally do if people come in here talking about how many subs they got. I gotta check it out. Because then if you're lying, I'm just gonna call you out on it. Hey, what's going on, Stunt? How are you, buddy? Fent 939. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, what you talking about? You talking about all the way up past everything, Steve? You know, like all the way up to, you know, the big guys. I actually like the T7, but I think one of my favorite ones is the T9. If you're going to go all the way up to the big guys. That's funny, Chuck. Yeah, I saw last night you were like at 3 subs, and this morning you woke up and you're at 600,000. That's funny. That is surprising, because chicks on YouTube will kill you every time. Oh, and I thought I was going to pull it in there as a full. There we go. We'll pull it in there, get out of the way. Yeah, that tractor's so overkill, but actually it's good. I think there was something in the update on consoles. I think there was something in there. This tractor or the T9, one of these that's got this middle drive steer. One of them was backwards, and I'm not sure which one it was, but I think I saw one there in vehicles in this little right up there on Farm Sim and their forums. I think they fixed one of those, but I can't remember which one it was. It may have been the T9 was backwards. I can't remember. A little arthritis, that's all. Yeah, it just takes keeping content rolling out. I mean, I've seen some guys absolutely suck, but people still watch your stuff. They just keep putting out 10 videos a day. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, let's see. Alright, so that one's done. How many? Oh, yeah, there was still a few on there, wasn't there, Mario?
Yeah.
Oh, you're down there picking them up now?
I'm taking them to the store right now.
Alright, that's cool.
I got 8 full pallets.
Oh, yeah, you're taking the wool down.
Yeah.
8 full pallets. That's gonna be a pretty good payday there. Yeah, Elliot, how would you roast Chuck? You will sit in silence. You guys are funny. Alright, I'm going to spot this baler up real quick here, and I've got some grass. You know what? I've got grass in two places. I guess it's about as easy to do it here. Well, dang, Chuck, I'll mail you a pair of old dirty socks, man. Oh. The irony that YouTube gaming streaming sets people in timeout. Oh, the irony in that's pretty good. I'm just going to spit out a couple of grass bales up here. You don't have to come grab them right now. Why can't we be friends? Oh, we can be.
Here we go.
Yeah, once the ticker stops there, we'll check it back and see how much that was. And this is some bright green grass. Regular old socks, not happy ones. He don't cuss. Like one of those kids that will lay somebody out on Call of Duty. How old are you? 7? How did you even put those words together? Just popped up in the lobby like Busta Rhymes, laying them out. Yeah, I know. I don't really like them, but here's my thing, Tractor. I like them because they're Challenger, and I've got a couple of Challenger tractors. You know how I am. So I figured I would put a Challenger baler on there just because I had a couple of tractors that matched it. So I was like, yeah, we'll roll with that. So normally would have the tracked the 800, the MT800 down here pulling this thing, but instead I got stuck with the case because that's all I had at the time. That's right, it's all about the vanity. Alright, man, good talking to you, AK. I'll spot in over there next time I see you guys over there, live stream or something. I'll spot in and say hey. Yep, see you later, bud. They do make a case, I think. Or is this one has Massey? Let me check. I thought they had a case one in here, but maybe they don't. Oh, it's a Massey. Okay. Well, you could get it and pretend. Alright, let's see. I've got up to 395 on that. What was it? Yeah, it sold at 10,000, so New wool, where's it at? Yeah, so 166,000 off of that. It's pretty good. Yeah, it is pretty good. When you going to sell those grass bales? I will probably not sell these. I'll go in and take these down to the cows. I don't know if I'll stack these tonight. Yeah, no, probably not. We might. We'll move to something else. A little tad bit more exciting. But yeah, I'll just move. I don't know, 30 or 40 of these down. Maybe 50 bales. I'll move them down, and then I'll have grass in these. I've already got silage, at least grass in there, cut grass already. So I just need to cover it and ferment it and compact it down. So I'm pretty much set there for my cows. This will be the last little baling step anyway. What's going on, Reyes? Thank you, Chuck. Yeah, I have to remind myself. I used to say that all the time. Yeah, if we do have new guys, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Don't forget, guys, if you're on Twitter, I am on there, so y'all can hit me up on there. Trying to stay as active as I can with it. It's been pretty good lately with all the updates and different things going on. It's been pretty good. Been able to share some stuff, retweet some stuff, and I'm still figuring out. I actually, it's kind of says something about my age, but I actually had gotten into Twitter when it first started surfacing, and it's grown a ridiculous amount. Just an amount of stuff you could do with it. I actually kind of like it. I actually kind of like it better than Facebook. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, do you guys do Facebook, and would you feel like it would be beneficial for FTG channel to have a Facebook page? I know some people would automatically say yes, it's automatic, you have to have Facebook, but if nobody on here is on Facebook and doesn't really care, then it's not something I'm necessarily going to put a high priority on. Because most of the highest sub streamers, especially for these lifestyle sims and stuff, they have Facebook pages, but they don't ever do anything with them. So yeah, I'm just curious what you guys think on that. Is liking free? That's pretty good. I don't know. I have no idea, Reyes. It usually bounces between 15 and 25, but I mean it's pretty much the going rate. It's a very low percentage for live streams of people that actually sub. I mean, you could go to these guys that have 30 and 40,000 subs, and when they live stream, they only have a couple hundred people. So I guess in the grand scheme of statistics, that's probably about the same percentage. I know my live stream videos, 343 subs, do a lot better than some people that have a couple thousand and they have no views on their live stream. So I guess in some ways it works. It's just it's weird. Some of it's probably time, and I don't do informational videos. I don't do any of that stuff because it's already flooded on YouTube with it now. All I do is live stream. And there goes. Yep. Alright, so I'm gonna have to stop it there. Yeah, I know. Sorry about that, guys. There you go. Yeah, I started making bales there and it started freezing up on me. So I believe I will relax on those. All right, yeah, let me know. I think I got chat squared back up around. Thank you guys, appreciate that.
Well, you want me to sell these square bales?
Yeah, go ahead and sell those because I'm gonna have enough to get things going, and then I can, we can kind of make them as we need them. Um,
Yeah.
Chuck is 57. I'm just kidding. Chuck's really not 57. If you have separate account setting, that means you and your friends all share the same money. Um, no. I will. I think. Yeah, I think you asked that the other night, and I'll show you what I mean. So separate account right here. If I turn that to on, that means everything we sell gets split in the middle, half and half. And I can actually give Mario ability to trade out animals, reset vehicles, obviously all these things that you see selling vehicles now. He can buy things if he has enough money in his separate account. So let's just say we did $100,000 in a crop and sold it. He spent $50,000. Well, that 50,000 is gone. So that's the separate account thing is fine if it's going to be your friends. But the thing is, once they leave at the end of this on console, once they leave, all of that money comes back to whoever's the host of the multiplayer session. So, let's say if we had separate accounts on right now and Mario left, then his money would pop back into my account. That's how it would work. So, you know what? I don't even know where even. Oh, here you wanna you don't take this one up, Mario? Will this thing hook to that?
Which one?
It's attached or will pull that trailer. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I don't know if it may. Yeah. I tell you what. You've been running this thing. I'll run this up and sell them. Were these the last ones out of the field, or is there more?
No, there's more.
Oh boy. Okay.
Like maybe another full load of those.
Another full load.
Stacker.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll run this up, and if you want to, you can grab. So let's do like at least one field, or if you got time. Maybe like one field of these. We can. I'm trying to think, like 33. Maybe I know I got the cedar down there at 33. I was trying to think what else I've got. I got 34. I don't think I've touched yet. No, I actually did. That's the one that's got all this stuff on it. Yeah, let's get down to 34. If you'll take the cultivator down there in the cedar, and we'll cultivate and seed 34 for the night.
All right.
And you don't have to start. You don't have to like start right away. You can kind of wait on me to get back, and I'll help you. Yes, the way that if you turn it off, then whoever's the host of it is just going to be the leader of the money. So the other person will probably see a negative bank account. What's your balance at right now, Mario? What do you see for your money?
0.
0. Okay. Sometimes, like if he hires workers and stuff, if he were to hire workers, he'd probably have a negative account balance. So when he did leave the left the game, I would have to pay that negative bank balance. That's typically how it works. But yeah, so you don't really get the same amount. If you want to buy something, then you would just have to buy it for the both of you. That's how that would work. 76. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, Well, the grass, I'm not gonna sell the grass. I'm actually gonna bale that up. I've actually baled some of that up, and I'm gonna take it down to the cows. These were just some leftovers because I got to be careful that I don't hit my 200 bale limit. So I figured with these, I'll just go down here, throw them in, and kind of get them out of the way because I'm probably gonna hit my 200 limit here pretty soon because we made a ton of bales tonight. Let's see where these suckers go. How old am I? I'm 34, tractor. See you, tractor man.
Said 34, right?
Yep. No, you didn't miss any X-Plane chat. Favorite mod? Well, man. Oh, God, what is my favorite mod? It would have to be maps. I mean it would have to be that. I'm not really that impressed with any of the vehicles. Nothing's game breaking. You know, I like the new for real modules they put in, scripted mods from Giants. I thought they were a really good addition. But if I was to say something, it would be the maps would be my more favorite mods. If I was still playing Sosnovka and Goldcrest, I'd already be done with this game. What do I do that allows me to be up so late? That's a good one. Well, I am half child care provider for my little girl. Also a worship leader at a church, which only requires me to be there on Wednesdays and Sundays. So that means the rest of my days are filled with working in the shop as a woodworker. So that allows me to pretty much name my own schedule, which is the main reason I can do this and stay up late, is because I can, I can stay up and not have to worry about it. Crap, I missed my turn. Dadgummit. He's a professional dancer. Gotta make a buck to get through it, that's right. Yeah, so one of these days I'd like for this to, if it continues to progress like it is, I'd like for this to be a secondary, line of income. I think eventually I'll hit the mark there. It'll be good just to tell the wife I told you so. Man, I can drive the fool out of the semis here on FS17. I do not need to take no lessons. Hula dancers. I know, that's the second day. I missed that turn earlier. I need a PC GPS. That's what I need. Alright, we'll just leave those bales. Well, shoot, no we can't, because they're going to be where we're working, ain't we?
Yep.
Alright. It's kind of funny I'm doing all this with the Tatra.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did, Brandon. And she buys that dream PC. Yeah, well, she's going to not say anything about it, and she's going to let me be on it, and I'll be like, hey, Daddy's working. Daddy is working. It's time for everyone to leave Daddy alone. Daddy's got work to do. Yeah, no, I already cleared the PC. I already cleared the PC purchase, so that's coming. It's just gonna be where do I have the space to set everything up. That's gonna be part of my challenge. Yeah, poor man's GPS. Yeah, that's pretty good. And this is so not realistic picking these things up in a Tatra. I realize that, so nobody get on my case about that. I just feel like being lazy right now.
Anything's possible in a video game, man.
That's right, man. Every Tatra, what is this, a 3x3, is that what they call this? 8x8, 4x4, 6x6. What do they call this stupid thing? 6x6. Oh, am I gonna get them all? No, I'm gonna be one short, for real. Alright, here. Just push this off to the other side. Yeah. She said.
There you go.
There we go. Yep. Perfect. Hey, good night, James. Have a good one, buddy. Yes. Well, yes, she did say I could get it. It's just going to be a question of where do I set it up and where do I put it. Because right now where I'm at, it's kind of like a desk area in the kitchen that's got granite, over it. And there's little nooks in between your cabinets. And that's kind of where my stuff is now. So that's probably going to have to move. So it's going to be a question of where I put it, that I can actually get on here and stream and talk and laugh and hee-haw and go on and not wake anybody up. Right. So once that's figured out, then I'll be, no, I haven't made any purchases or nothing like that. I'm still looking. I've been eyeing a couple. A couple of the Best Buy computers look pretty good. Then I've got the X-Force that I've been looking at real hot and heavy since I'm going to be running into X-Plane, so... Oh man, it is not that bad, guys. See, look at that ground terrain, man. I love it. You can break loose on these things pretty quick. You used to be able to just drive straight through all this stuff and not ever have any problems. Now you actually kind of got to watch yourself. Alright, be glad to get all this sold. Get done. Let me speed up time. I would normally leave it on, but it gets dark on stream, so try to keep things bright and light for you guys. Master woodworking master. Yeah, I could build my own doghouse. Well, wouldn't that be some crap? She put me in the doghouse and then tell me to build my own doghouse. Man. Yeah, I mean, at least all the mods that I would want. All right. glad these guys are still open. Yep, the same with you there, Ron. I don't have enough knowledge of the stuff that works best together, and if I wound up buying the stuff that's in the pre-built, pre-optimized, it's going to be like, you know, $500 or $600 more. And if you do enough looking, you can find stuff on sale. Maybe this season's, you know, newest and latest is yesterday's latest and greatest, which for farm sim and other, you know, sim games might be just exactly what you need. You know, you might be able to save yourself $300, $400, $500. I've kind of noticed quite a few little good deals going on. Of course, they're not really on the computers that I'm really after, so that kind of defeats the purpose of getting money off. This truck is standard. Yeah, and the thing, you know, also, Thomas, in regards to mods and the way that they handle mods, you know, if it's a brand, the Tatra 6x6 is not a modded truck. It was in 15, it came in with the gold edition, so they brought it back in FS17, so Tatra's given them permission to use this. So the modders that do stuff can do things with the brands that we have. It just has to be cleared. You know, they say to not use the branding because that just speeds the process up. But if, say, someone wants to do something with Case, then Sony and Microsoft are going to double check with Case and make sure that that brand is licensed, or at least Giants is going to have to send them the licensing that they get from Case. And if Case says, no, we don't want you to have XYZ tractors, did I miss that again? Dadgummit. So if I miss this freaking turn again. So if they come in and say, yeah, you don't have license to use X, Y, and Z tractor, then we don't get the mod. It's why we don't get the hook lift 8x8 trailer and mod. It's why we don't get that old ugly thing that's on the mod hub right now that uses the IT hook lift, because they used IT hook lift trailer in a way that is not really licensed by the company itself, so therefore we don't get it. So it's corporate red tape, bureaucratic, copyrighted, all that good stuff all rolled up into one. Yeah, left turn up ahead. Yeah, I know. You out, Steve? Yeah, this little Tatra 6x6 is it's a little annoying when you're sitting there idling, just the way the engine sounds. But it's really a good one because it's extremely stable when you're doing you know, doing 40, 42, whatever this thing does. A lot better than the man tractor. It's a lot better than that one. All right, Mario, I'm coming to help you. You're probably already done by now.
Almost.
Freaking lot of driving on this map. That's honestly why I hadn't ran all that grass. I've still got a ton of grass over there by the sheep. I hadn't run it down there. I got tired of driving all the way down there to the. Got tired of driving down there. Well, the night bots and stuff, Elliot, are just doing things via the parameters that the people that set them up do. I mean, they tell the Nightbot what to do. and the Nightbot carries out what they tell him to do. So if it's, yeah, it's a computer. I know, Chuck. I'm coming down here to get him on stream.
What's Chuck saying?
He said, "Where did I stick Mario?" Alright, I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna grab the cedar.
Alright.
All that working, no, but I know. I ask and people have the. You're gonna make me feel bad, Chuck. People have the ability to say yay or nay. Oh! Wrap myself around that tree. I might actually take one of these wheels off and just do singles. If that's gonna be the case, though, I might have just gone ahead and went with the T9.
Yeah.
Okay, Mario, here's what Ryan said. He said, "I'll like this video if Luigi shows up in the stream too." No, I didn't get that. I didn't get that thing. Man, look at this pristine field right here.
Pretty nice, huh?
Yeah, I almost don't want to mess it up. Alright, let's see, what do we want to plant? Let's look and see what I've got a lot of and what I don't have a lot of. Alright, so I've got some canola. Oh, they're about even. I've got soy on 27. Wow, I got a lot of wheat. I got 221,000 pounds of wheat. Good Lord. I'm gonna sell some of that off. Alright. Let's do, we'll do soy down here too. Princess Peach. Oh man. That's pretty good. That looked good on the stream with everybody all rolling in the same crew. See Mario and Luigi, Princess Peach. Maybe we can get someone to change their name to Toadstool. Yeah, this ground response mod is different. I like it. I like it. It's Bill. What's going on, Lorenzo? I do kind of like the tires get nice and dirty, but the tractor's not necessarily destroyed yet.
Yeah.
I do kind of like that.
Yeah.
Put them together and they're double D's.
All right, Psycho Man. I'm gonna go park this,
All right.
and I'm gonna log off.
All right, brother.
Thanks for inviting me, man.
Yep, you're more than welcome, and thanks for coming in and doing quite a bit of running. I appreciate that.
Yep. Anytime.
All right, man. You can call me William. Cause he's pulling your leg, man. His name ain't Chuck, but it's not Bill, it's not William. Unless that's his middle name. Yeah, I don't know if you're still there, Mario. Chuck said it was nice seeing you for a whole 30 seconds. I mean, y'all gonna make me feel bad.
No, it's been good, man. I like working with you.
All right. Well, good. Well, I'll give you another call, and we'll see if we can't. We'll do something where I actually thought today I was like, yeah, we'll like, yeah, this will be good. We'll be able to do these fields, and we got stuck on the bale and stuff. That took a lot longer than I actually anticipated on it taking. So I apologize for that.
It's okay.
All right, man.
All right, man.
Take it easy.
You too. And everybody in chat, y'all have a good night. Oh, I see. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. It took me all to the PlayStation menu.
Ah. Yep. I know it's going to do me the same way. I'm actually going to save it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I quit from this menu right here, now I could probably close app and it'd be just fine. But yeah, if I quit from that menu, it'll throw me to a blue screen.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, man. Y'all have a good night.
All right, buddy. You do the same.
All right.
Hey, what's going on, Justin? Yeah, I'm thinking about leaving some gaps here. I'm seeing what these workers do when they get close to the boundaries. I mean, Chuck had a little issue earlier. I think I'm just going to try to do straight lines here and then come back and patch all that back together once I get done. The only thing about doing it, and the only thing that kind of sucks now about doing this, especially if you've got crop destruction on, you got to be careful that you get all your patchwork done before, or at least before that first stage of growth happens. Because after that, you'll start running over all your stuff. It'll start deleting it away. Which is a good, it's a good addition to the realism factor, but I don't know. I'm still probably 50-50 on the crop destruction. It was not going to kill me if it's in there. It does add a little bit to the experience of it. My favorite right now out of all those for real modules is the ground response. That's by far my favorite. Might have said again, Brandon. It didn't make a lick of sense. I hired a worker. It the you how full you work in the combine. Well, the one thing I want to see how the worker is, because a lot of the people have complained about the workers here in the new update don't do things the way they used to. They've done some work to the workers themselves. So I want to see how they. Oh, he said he was going to work. You hire work and the full work and the what? You got? He said he was going to work out of that. Well, anyway, I guess if I didn't understand you correct, sorry on that one, Brandon. But yeah, I was wanting to see, supposedly on this big update they had on here, they had talked about, and one of those particular subtext of their whether the game or the physics or one of those options they had in there that you could click spoiler button and it would fold everything out. And you could see all the changelog stuff for it. One of the big things in there was they changed some stuff with the workers on here, so I kind of want to see how this worker does with an oblong shaped field, and kind of see what it does when it makes the turn, because we were having some problems on this map earlier. You're making the lap around and then coming back and then trying to fill up everything in the middle, basically, color in between the lines, and the worker wouldn't really do it. So and like I said, with crop destruction, putting that on, you're gonna have a little bit of an issue if you're working these big fields, because the field will start growing unless you slow it down. And I think my plant growth is on it's either slow or regular, normal or slow. Now usually on this map when I'm seeing them at 5x, but I'm gonna see how quick that first rail over there. See how quick it happens at 15x. It'll probably be pretty quick. But I mean, for a tractor with such an acute turn radius here, it's a lot of space to leave at the end of the field, though. Yes, I do, Log Elliot. That was pretty much what hooked me on this game. When I first jumped into FS15, right at the start of it, I got in with a buddy of mine that basically showed me the logging and said, this is all the stuff you could do. And I started out with a telehandler, just kind of, just working with the controls. And I mean, I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. And once got into it, man, I was hooked. So, I didn't know how to do nothing in the game. So started with logging first, because it actually was a good money maker in 15, and continued to do all that. Continued to go through just like everybody else does. Went to farming, went to animal care, in that order, and then I figured out a million different ways to start up those two farms. Because even in 15, I mean, you remember we didn't even have a money mod. We had no way to make money. At least they fixed the glitches, and then the final one they left, where you spawn a million, combines, and then you sell them all for your millions. But still, I mean, there's only so many ways you could start Bjornholm and Westbridge and Sosnovka. So, I mainly went through there and set myself logging goals. I don't log in 17 because I hate it, which is a shame. I just can't stand it in 17. I don't like the way the logs react. I don't like the way, we've got broken pieces, like the telehandler log fork doesn't even work. We have no mod for that except for front loaders. And I'm a little anti taking a brand new tractor with a front end loader with a log fork into the woods. That's not the way it's done in real life. I mean, we don't have a skidder. We don't have, a excavator with a big crane to pick the logs up, throw them into the trailer. You don't load trailers with a big old huge wheel loader, like they just don't do that because it's tight in the woods, so you don't have that kind of ramp space. So there's a lot of things I don't like about it in 17. And yeah, this whole issue with the logs shimmying out the back of the trailers before you strap them down. There's just a lot of stuff that just never really, I don't know, just seemed very thought out, very last minute. And it's kind of like they just said, well, we're just doing some new chippers and we'll just leave them with what they got. And then after that, that was it. And it's kind of a shame, I mean, because the logging, there's nothing else like it. And a lot of guys, I think, got hooked on this game of logging like myself. I'd love to see them come back and do it. I've got a couple of logging maps still now that I've even thought about, you know, branching out. I may branch one of those out this week. I've got a nice logging setup on Sosnovka, clearing that whole entire mountaintop right in the center of the map. So it's pretty cool. But we'll see. Yay, the rant. It's not a rant. It's just the honesty. Well, it's just, you know, I mean, you pay to get a game, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I don't know, AK was mentioning it earlier. You know, there's still, even on PC, there's a lot of bugs with this game. A lot of things that should work that really actually worked better in 15 than it did in 17. So I don't understand how you could regress in 2 years. Evidently, they found a way to do it. Hey, what's going on, Greg? Oh, yeah, gotcha. I see what you're saying now, Brandon. Yep. Yeah, I know Chuck had alluded that to me earlier. It gives you that little, how your percentage there in the top. That's pretty cool. I'm still breaking up some of the things going on with it. You know, a lot of it was some easy eye candy stuff. And some of it seemed to be famous 1 a.m. showtime, yeah. I'm not sure. Can you guys still hear me? Yes. Okay. 5 out of 5. All right. So it looks like my stream software here has completely snagged and is locked up. So I'm seeing what I can do here. Yeah, I know. I know what that was, Ryan. Yeah, it looks like it's completely going to lock up. So I'm surprised y'all are still getting audio and video. I was refreshing chat and something just let loose with it. So let's see. Alright, so I may have to cut stream on this. I tell you what, I think that's what I'm going to do for the night. Yeah, it's actually still running on this screen, so I tell you what, I'll just let it run because I'm going to have to shut it down, and then I don't know that it's going to pick right back up where it left off. That's my only thing. So, what your real name? Well, my real name is Justin. Get to explain comments, yeah. I see what you did there. Alright, yeah, I'm trying to let this thing and see if it's going to unfreeze, but it looks like it's not. Okay, so I'm going to have to force quit that, and it will shut the stream down. So, Yeah, sorry you get in a little bit earlier there, Greg. We actually got started right on time tonight, so actually off to work I go before 2 weeks off work. Yay, sweet. Yeah, let me know, Jules. You get it loaded up. Just shoot me something on Twitter or something if you want to join one night. Be glad to have you on. Just let me know. And for the rest of you, I guess what I'm going to do, since this is looks like it's going to lock up on me, I'd hate for it to cut off. I'll go ahead and say my little off piece right now. Greg, sorry you came in a little bit late. It's all ready to go. All right. Yeah, I'll shoot you my PSN on Twitter, and then you can add me, and you can come in there and you can come work for free on the FTG farm. But yeah, guys, appreciate you guys hanging around tonight. It's fun as always. Not really, don't know many Xbox FS streamers, Elliot. Most of the Xbox guys are over here, honestly. Most of them are, I guess, probably, I don't know, we've got a lot over here. So hopefully, I'm not exactly sure how easy it is to even stream on Xbox. It's pretty easy on PS4, which is why you see quite a bit of those guys on there. So, what you mean? Wait, you just got back, Chuck? I was gonna have to quit because it looks like my game show is completely locked up. So I'm just gonna have to like shut the whole entire thing down. Stupid truck guy. Yeah, I guess I'll have to clean these edges up here later. Yeah, so hoping this thing will do. So yeah, tomorrow, I'm trying to say if I may do Lawfolds tomorrow. I was trying to think what tomorrow is, Thursday. I'm completely open for another map if you guys want to see it. So once this processes, maybe by in the morning or something, leave me a comment on this if you want to see me go to another map. I'm kind of ready for actually a new map. I actually contemplated today loading in Lostburg, which I know, like, what? I contemplated it. It just sucks that every map we've done I've had to completely restart. This is like the only one I haven't had to restart. So I may even go do some logging at Sosnovka. I have no idea. But I'll figure up something. But if it doesn't, you guys leave me a comment on there. Let me know what you want to see out of the maps we've got, and I'll do my best to make that happen. But yes, nice to meet everyone. I had some new guys jump in today. Good to talk to you guys. Greg, hey, didn't get to talk with you and stream a little bit longer. Hope you're doing well. But for the rest of you, I will be on tomorrow night, and hopefully we'll see y'all then.